It wasn't that long ago that the Sega Corporation was on the brink of bankruptcy. Its various headquarters around the world were on the verge of being shut down, and thousands of people were going to lose their jobs. Then, the company received a $695.7 million bailout from a rather unlikely source. Here's the story of how Sega rose from the ashes and the rather sad tale of exactly where all that money came from. Though Sega is thought of as a Japanese company, it actually began as a small business called Service Games in Honolulu. Well, I don't know how to pronounce that. Hawaii. Launched in 1940, Raymond Lemire, I don't know if I pronounced his last name right, and Richard Stewart, the founders of Service Games, chose to move the company to Japan in 1951. The company was devoted to manufacturing and distributing jukeboxes, slot machines, and games. The company did the majority of its business with American military bases in Japan. A few years later, a similar company was founded by David Rawson, I don't know if I pronounced his last name right, an officer in the Air Force. His company, Rawson Enterprises, grew in leaps and bounds during the late 1950s, and eventually he brokered a merger between Rawson and Service Games. The new company became known as Sega. Interesting. A title derived from the first two letters of service and games. Over the course of the next decade, the company grew exponentially. Rawson served as chairman through many of the early years. Sega was purchased by Paramount Pictures. Wow, I did not know that. But by the early 70s, Paramount recognized that the company could stand on its own. Interesting to know.